deep in the burning sands of the desert, a distant town. Looming over the town, the Monster Tower. Neither one of those are sentences in the ending periods. Within the gigantic ancient tower, Copper, a host of monsters swarms and breeds. That is actually the first sentence yet. Despite the long and hazardous desert journey, the town is a mecca for treasure hunters. They come seeking the golden hoards hidden within the tower, but even more, they are lured by the monster eggs, a prize found nowhere else. Oh, when a monster is grown from the egg, it can be tamed. Eggs and tamed monsters fetch high prices in gold. Not really. And rare breeds of monsters can make a vast fortune for the hunter. The town has grown rich from buying and selling monsters. So the town is called Monstbaya. In Monstbaya, there lives a certain youth. His father understood the hearts of monsters and gained renown as the greatest monster tamer of all. Sadly, he died early, leaving their mother to bring up the youth and his sister alone. The small family struggled to survive, to hunt for monster eggs and make my fortune. Quotations. The youth had inherited skills as monster tamer from his father. He longed with all of his heart to hunt for eggs. But the entrance to the tower is strictly forbidden to those not yet 15. The mighty tower is a nest for countless monsters, and ways to confuse the unwary, its dark depths are filled with danger. Even old, experienced egg hunters venture for but a short distance into its vast interior. The law against entering is strictly enforced. So year after year, the youth can only dream impatiently of his goal. Slumbering in the depths of the great ruin lie the eggs of monsters no man has ever seen. He yearns to brave the dangers of the tower, to seize these priceless eggs. And now, at last, today is the day. The youth is 15 and free to enter the tower. What's up, everybody? We're going to be playing a very old RPG made by Konami, no less, called Azure Dreams. And if you could tell by that opening, as well as the fast-moving text, this game has a lot to it. So, first thing we're going to do is go turn down the volume. This game is incredibly loud on almost all levels. We're going to turn the music up a little bit, because this music's cool. And so, as you can tell from that intro, you basically play a 15-year-old that apparently, because he's 15, can go and to run, no less, into certain death, and you're okay with that. Let's begin. Because he's 15. Oh, you're awake. Also, you were woken up by an angel. Because you're like a soul, somehow. Just accept it. You are about to be reborn. All you can decide is your name. What star will you be born under can only be determined by God. Please hurry up and decide. I want to finish my job and take a nap. Have you decided on a name? We are gonna go with the main character's name, which is Ko, because that is simple to say. Yes, we will be Ko. Alright, Ko. Your new life is about to begin. Your own life, your own story. Now, you just had that intro, which just explained a lot. Which is just the opening cinematic. You can skip that. You can't skip what's about to happen. Make sure you're positive and make every effort. And live life happily and joyfully to the fullest. That's nice advice. Or else. That's a threat. On your way. Enjoy. Now, this is an old PlayStation 1 game. Now, I don't know how great graphics were in terms of games before this, but I'm almost positive they got better after this. Now, if I say this wrong, excuse me. Wraith, or Wreath, you did well. He's a boy. Haha! He looks just like me. Have you thought of a name? Let's see. How does Ko sound? Funny, that's our name. That's good. His name is Ko. It's as if the gods, it's as if God had already picked that name for him a long time ago. Oh boy, the dialogue in this game. It gets better though. It gets better. Ko's dad, not Guy. No. Ko's dad. And yes, his name is Guy. Yeah, what's the matter, Nico? Sob. Ko is teasing me. Uh-oh, we're backing up. Listen, Ko, a man must take good care of women. It's good advice right there. You should take care of people in general that you care about. Aunt. I wonder if Guy made it to the top level. What? Oh, yes. Note, she is pregnant in this scene again. So, I mean, Guy's obviously... Guy's the only one that could possibly make it to the top. Guy? Huh? What's the matter? My necklace. It broke. I don't... Her necklace must have special properties or something, I don't know. You might be very confused to what just happened there. If you are, congratulations, you're not the only one. Graham P. It's been decades since it rained like this in this desert city of Mansbaya. Excuse me if I pronounced that wrong, regardless of its stupidity. Wreath is one tough woman. She must be worried sick about those strange occurrences the day before yesterday. Why didn't you just say 2 days ago? And that ancient tower Guy went to. Well, now the ancient tower is somehow mysterious, even though the tower is the reason this town is made. Mansbaya. Don't be silly, Grandpa. Hey, that's Grand P. That's not Grandpa. Wraith is a woman, after all. Can't you see that she is worried out of her mind about her husband? That it's just enough to keep those tears back? Oh, somebody's knocking. Guy? That ain't Guy. It's Guy's familiar! Now, familiars are basically what you call tamed monsters. He's got Guy's monsters tamer's collar on him. Why is it familiar with Guy's collar here with no sign of Guy? Guy! So, just like the intro story basically explained, Guy died. Get ready to enjoy the sick beat. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but this entire episode may just be intro. Just because of, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain it at this point. Get up! Pow! Not only did we get the POW letters, but we also got the POW sound effect. Today is your 15th birthday. This is older Nico, who I'm assuming is also like 15, maybe older, maybe younger, who knows. It's the day you've become an adult. Apparently 15 is adult. Of course, you'll get these options. At the current moment, these do not really matter. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I believe, if I remember correctly, you get this option every morning, basically, if Nico wakes you up. So, just say whatever. The priest is already here. Get up and greet him. Hurry. Yep. That is your sister, who your mom had after God died. Which is even more difficult when you think about it, because, you know, she already has to take care of you by herself, but then she didn't even have the other kid before Buddy died. Don't worry about that room. That room's not important until later. Thanks again for waking him up every morning. We're pretty lazy if we need to be woken up every morning. Don't mention it. He will never get up until I get a good kick into him. That sounds painful. Ho 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 ho. You've grown up considerably since I last saw you. Because you never come to the temple at all, do you? I heard from Rith that you want to go to the monster tower. Ho 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 ho. Now, not only are we sending a 15-year-old to the same place that his dad didn't come back from, but we got the priest. Literally a man of Gal. Telling us that, yeah, that sounds a good idea. You're 15 today. You're old enough now to go to the tower. Here, just a moment. I've got a prayer for you. Mumble, mumble. Mumble, mumble. Hit there. Bonk. Bonk. That sound and words. Also, still doesn't matter. There you go. We're done. What's that you say? You look as if you want to go into the tower right this moment. But the tower is dangerous. Do you want me to give you information on the specifics of the tower? Now, I can explain some of the things, but my explanation might not be as good as what the game gives, as the game actually does give a pretty decent explanation of some things. I'm going to teach it to you thoroughly, so listen up. When entering the tower, you'd be able to obtain rare items and monster eggs. If you bring that back with you, you'll be able to exchange these for money. But the tower is a monster nest. Danger will always follow you. You may be an adult now, but in the eyes of the veteran hunters, you're still a kid. Whether or not you can survive the dungeon all depends on your ability to control the monsters. That's a quality your ancestors had, so you were born with those skills. You should be able to have monster eggs hatch and train the young monsters to fight for you. In other words, the key to your success depends on how well you can train monsters to fight for you. As you know, you can also sell monsters for almost nothing, but they're not as valuable as the unhatched monster eggs. Also, the value of the eggs themselves can differ. Give some thought to which eggs you want to use as your monsters, and which you want to sell. Okay, do you understand to this point? Yes. To basically sum up what he said, you get loot. When you exit the tower, you keep the loot. You hatch monsters. You tame monsters. You need a collar to tame monsters. We only have one collar to start, which means we can only have one monster for the moment. But we'll get to that point later in the game. The other thing that he mentioned was basically the fact that you can sell monsters, but like I said at the beginning of this video, probably during when I was just reading the intro of the game, selling monsters isn't that profitable unless they're like really, really rare ones. And I don't mean like, probably like mid-game rare. No, I'm talking like in-game rare. Unless it's like in-game rare, probably not worth it. There are 3 secrets to the tower. Now these are actually important. First, it is said that you will always get lost when first entering the tower. Why do you think this is? There is a spell cast on the inner structure so that the interior will change. In other words, all the dungeon floors are randomized. Next, even the warriors that repeatedly challenge return after only reaching the lower levels. Why do you think this is? Because there is a spell cast at the entrance to reduce the power of human beings. In other words, you will always enter the tower at level 1. Your monsters, however, will still be the level they were when they left the tower. So if you basically bring a monster in and he's level 1, you're level 1, and he gets to level 10 by the time you leave the tower, you'll come back into the tower level 1, he'll come back into the tower level 10. So this is a very gear-based game, so to speak. Your gear is what's important, as your personal player stats are pretty bad, because you'll always start level 1, which means that you might suggestively, or it might be a good idea for you to gain levels before going to certain points. That's why everybody starts at the first level each and every time. This is the second secret. The last secret has to do with what you have. If you try to enter with too many items, the entrance of the tower will close, not allowing you to enter. Probably because it's the monster tower, a place where monsters with empty hearts rest. Okay, do you understand to this point? Basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's 5 items. You can't take more than 5 items into the tower. Just period. Like, if you bring an inventory, if you have more than 5 things in your inventory when you try to enter the tower, it won't let you live. Yes, we understand. So what do you think? Scary, isn't it? Do you still want to go after all that? Yes. Even your stubbornness is just like Guy. Listen, Cole. Everything I told you, I heard from Guy. Think of it as your father telling you, and don't forget it. This is a magic collar that used to belong to your father. Any tamed monsters with this around their neck will come to help you whenever you are in the tower. When you find an egg and hatch it, put this on the monster. Ho 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 ho! With a memento from his father, the great monster tamer, in hand, the son rises to the challenge to be the next great monster tamer. I'm sure up in heaven, Guy would be proud to see his son develop into a great monster tamer. Ho 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 ho! That's great news! That means that now you're able to enter that tower you always wanted to go to. Are you heading out for the tower already? Yep, we're going. Take this with you. It gives you a Peter fruit. That's important. Go do your best. Yep. Don't stumble. Yep. Then we fall anyway. Alright, so once again, I want you to encompass the fact we're a 15-year-old about to go to our death, basically. And that's okay. Like, to be honest, I don't really know. Since apparently monster hunting / treasure hunting is the only way to be profitable in this town, I don't know what would happen if, we died. Because, I mean, I'm assuming our mother doesn't know how to tame or / hunt monsters, and neither does our little sister. So, yeah. 15 years old, here we go. Well, actually, because I know what cutscene is about to come up, I think I might want to end it off here. We're going to end it off here, and we're going to pick it up on the next part. So, thank you for watching. See you in part 2, where we actually get to, play the game.